off the ground. And I'm hearing what you say, but I just can't make a sound. Tell me that you need me, then you go and cut me down. Wait, tell me that you're sorry, didn't think I'd turn around. You say
you're always out to impress. You're always out to impress. This is the highlight. Nothing dragging us through the thorns. This is the best time to be unhonorable and live like we're gonna die. Do things we never done before. This is the highlight. The highlight. No, we won't say no. Beautiful people say go, go, go. Beautiful people don't stress, stress, stress. We never rest. Beautiful people say yes. No, we won't say no. Beautiful people say go, go, go. Beautiful people don't stress, stress, stress. We never rest. You're always out to impress. You're always out to impress. This is the highlight. Nothing dragging us through the thorns. This is the best time to be unhonorable and live like we're gonna die. Do things we never done before. This is the highlight. The highlight. No, we won't say no. Beautiful people say go, go, go. Beautiful people don't stress, stress, stress. We never rest. Beautiful people say yes. No, we won't say no. Beautiful people say go, go, go. Beautiful people don't stress, stress, stress. We never rest. Beautiful people say yes.
Bini One, please speak the number of your question. And here is your question. If our President Rodrigo Duterte invited you to chat with him, asking you on what to prioritize for the Filipino people, what would it be?
Thank you, sir, for that question. If I would given a chance to have a talk with our Mr. President, I would adhere him to prioritize three things that is relevant and timely in our country. First is the healthcare services that is important for us to combat this pandemic. Second is the education empowerment, that we students who value education, that we are able to pursue it even we are facing this new normal. And by the help of our government, they can provide us the new learning modalities. And lastly, as the image of our nation and the father of our country, I would like him to be the image of strength and hope to his countrymen. That I believe that we could able to surpass this pandemic through our mighty Lord. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bini number one. Please welcome Bini number two. Bini number two, please speak the number of your question. Your question. How should Filipino value be instilled in students for homeschool education? I repeat. How should Filipino value be instilled in students for homeschool education?
One Filipino value that homeschool students should possess is become optimistic, because we should always see a positivities in every worst experience we've been through, just like this pandemic, because we should remember that after all these challenges, there are lessons to learn, experiences to share, and we can gain some sort of inspiration for us to continue our lives as we are getting ready to make our wonderful life again. Thank you.
Thank you, Binibini number 2. Please welcome Binibini number 3. Binibini 3, please pick the number of your question. Your question. I repeat, how can you be role model without going out, especially at a time where social gathering is restricted?
Thank you, sir. As a candidate to Binibining Quirino 2020 and as a student nurse, as a future frontliner, I will use my advocacy to influence and to inspire people in our province. Health promotion and disease prevention must be the top priority now, and we should always be aware with our hygiene, with our health and everything for us to fight for COVID-19. And with that, I will be able to motivate people, and I will post my advocacy in social media, which is the biggest platform that we have in our world. And with that, I will be able to help to sustain the growth and development of our province, because we are a community united in action. Thank you.
Thank you, Binibini number 3. Please welcome Binibini number 4. Please pick your questions number. Binibini number 4, here is your question. How can beauty pageants be relevant during this pandemic? I repeat, how can beauty pageants be relevant during this pandemic?
Beauty pageants can be relevant and very timely even in times of pandemic, even if we are facing negative situation, because it will be a great platform to promote our objective, which is this Binibining Quirino, the first virtual pageant, which is more than a pageant because we cater and promote, showcase the best of Quirino, its nature, adventure, and culture. It's like giving people something to look forward after this pandemic. It's giving people hope without removing the reality that we are facing today, and of course, giving them the adaptability to cope to the new normal we are facing today, to cope with public, to focus on the public interest of the rehabilitation of public health and the economy more than anything in this present time. Thank you.
Thank you, Binibini number 4. Please welcome Binibini number 5. 5, please pick your questions number. Here is your question. What is the most important challenge that you faced during this pandemic? I repeat, what is the most important challenge that you faced during this pandemic?
For me, the most important challenge that I have faced in this time of pandemic is online class, because it is really hard for a college student like me, especially those in the medical fields like medical technologies, where we need to be in the laboratory for us to analyze, learn the proper processes in order for us to release a reliable results. But I do believe that no matter what we are going through, it will always depend on our attitude to rise amidst all the hardships. We must instill in our minds that as we tread our path towards success, there will always be twists and turns, but we need to find courage to keep moving forward because at the end of the day, it is not our achievements and failures that are counted, rather our determination and perseverance in achieving our goals. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Binibini, number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Binibini, number 6. Binibini, number 6, please pick your questions number. Here is your question. What is the most important lesson that you learned during this pandemic? I repeat. What is the most important lesson that you learned during this pandemic?
Thank you, sir. We all know that this COVID-19 pandemic just killed months of our time to live, to dream, and to achieve, and we take it negatively. And the best lesson I learned during this pandemic is we must always look for the positive side of this pandemic because it helps us to be more productive and help us to realize that our mental, physical, and spiritual health matters the most. And at last, unity is our call to action. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Binibini, number 6. Binibining Quirino 2020, second runner-up goes to Binibini, number. Second runner-up, Binibini, number 2. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, Binibining Quirino 2020, first runner-up. First runner-up goes to Binibini, number. Binibining Quirino 2020, first runner-up. Step forward, Binibini, number 6. Congratulations, Angel. You are Binibining Quirino 2020 first runner-up. Binibining Quirino 2020 is Binibini Gemma Claire C. de la Cruz. Binibining Cabarroguis. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your Binibining Quirino 2020. Binibini, number 5. Binibini Gemma Claire C. de la Cruz.
Amidst the confusion and anxiety that we are facing today caused by this pandemic, we are encouraged to continue fighting and find hope in this situation. We should seek solace in the stories of resilience and be united for the reason that we are all neighbors of the world. We should never tire to move forward with optimism that we can win this battle with the help of our Creator.